building. You know what it is. And we don't play no games, boy. We come to handle biz. Ain't worried about the haters. Let them do they job.
What's up, world? It's K.Spade the Prospect, aka the Big Blue Chevy Driver, and sometimes referred to as the YouTube Rookie of the Year. And that's right, your eyes do not deceive you. For the second consecutive day, I'm giving you guys some NBA 2K11 crew game footage. And I got even better news. The better news is that I got a lot more of these on the hard drive. I do mean a lot. Brainmaker on the hard drive, a lot more. So I'm going to be bringing these, I'm going to be pumping these guys out. And I want to give you an estimation and say I'm going to be dropping one a day or two a day, but I've been doing this long enough to know as soon as I say that, something to come up, I won't be able to keep my end of the deal. Y'all will be saying K.Spade is not trustworthy. And it would just go downhill from there. So I'm not going to say for sure. Look at this. The backboard just blocked my boy shot. Let me set this up. Let me get into this game quick. So look, this is a three-man crew. You got J5, the Beast, playing the 4. Got K.Spade playing the point. And at 2, we got D-Boy. D Thomas, if you want to call him that. This is one of my tryout guys that didn't quite make the team. I felt like it was important to put this video out because I didn't want you guys to think every person, give me that back, you owe me one. Let's go. I ain't want you guys to think that everybody that didn't make the crew didn't play good. Some people like D-Boy did absolutely nothing wrong. Unfortunately for him, and it's not his, whoa, I downloaded that from the gate. I saw that shit a mile away. You are not finna come out here and throw that pass over my head. And I hope that's not the game plan. I hope they got a different game plan. But unfortunately for him, and it wasn't his fault, I don't think I played one game with him on the tryout process that was a tough game for us. And it's so tough to evaluate somebody. You owe me one. Let's go. He already paid me back one, and now he's up one. But it's tough to evaluate talent on a sunny day. I mean, by that I mean when the weather's perfect, there's no rain, all the birds are singing, all the women are pretty, and all of the guys are not being haters. Everything looks great. You know what I'm saying? You kind of needed the rain sometime to see how people handle pressure. God, I just said he wasn't going to throw that pass, and he just snuck that one by me. But no, I'm not finna bail you out. You're not finna pump fake me into the foul. I got that downloaded, and that's a contested shot. He's not gonna make that. It's gonna be a long day for these guys. But you know, he did everything right. Super cool guy. He would definitely be one of those guys that if somebody in the second generation didn't work out, I would reach out to him and ask him if he minded, you know, retrying out, and maybe he wouldn't mind. Maybe he would. I don't know. Only time would tell. Maybe we'll never even get to a situation where we need to do that. But cool guy, did everything right. Unfortunately for him, every time he played with us, you know, we faced a crew with one game plan like these guys here. So the title of this video is gas pedal. That's a K.Spade word. I use it with my crew a lot, and it usually, when I'm using that word, I'm either telling my crew to take off, or I'm talking about the fact that we just took off on somebody. So I look at these crew games kind of like drag strips. I mean, it's like drag racing to me. You know, the Christmas tree does its thing, the light turns green, we take off, right? So at first, you're looking over. Every time you look sideways, you see another car beside you. You know, we're driving, we look sideways, you see a car beside us. But at some point, you know, it's gas pedal time. We got to pull off on these guys. I don't like that real close game because it's almost like whoever makes the mistake is going to take the L, and it's not necessarily a fair indication of who's the better crew. So I don't really know when it happened, but at some point during this race, I looked over, I looked out of my window, and it wasn't a car there, like at all. I ain't see the hood, I ain't see the front bumper, there was nothing there. So I looked in the mirror, and it was like 10 car lengths behind us. And then before I crossed the finish line, I looked in the mirror, and it was an ant. It was a little bitty dot way back there. So that's the spoiler alert. It's a 10-point game here. You guys was expecting a really good game, a battle game. That's not what I got for you today. Can't get the same thing all the time. I give you some good games. This one here, these guys just kept turning the ball over. They had one game plan. We figured it out early, and we was just jumping passing lanes. Now, with that being said, sometimes, like this, we couldn't jump the passing lane, even though they missed the shot. They got the offensive rebound, and they got points off of it. It's really important that you listen to this next thing. Excuse me, I just had to swallow in the middle of that sentence. That's pretty odd. But it's important that you listen to this next point, especially people in my crew, because I just tripped over something doing this commentary. I feel like it's pretty ingenious. I told a guy the other day, this whole thing goes about the law of averages. A broken watch is right twice a day. Let's say your watch needs to be set, it's flashing 12 o'clock. Guess what? Twice in 24 hours, it's going to be 12 o'clock. That don't mean you got it right. And look at the beast. When the beast is jumping your passing lane, yo, we got you downloaded. So let's talk about what happens here. This dude in the red pants, he got one job. That's to keep condensation off the court. That's all. And I come out here and I put my life on the line for my subs. I wanted to give you guys a nice dunk, and I fell on my Rainmaker elbow. That could have been catastrophic. Just think about it. No more Rainmaker. And watch my feet right here. Damn, more condensation. Well, damn. This dude, I don't know if you caught it. You can rewind if you didn't see it, but I went and had a conversation with the kid. I know he's a young guy. I know he get paid minimum wage, and to him, he's just happy to be at the game. He ain't really doing his job, but I had to talk to him and let him know it's very important that you get this condensation off the court, because if I slip and I end my career, I got some fans that's going to beat your ass. It's going down, and I don't want you to be on the wrong end of an ass kicking. So you need to get out here and get this condensation up. But, you know, he listened. All was well. He was out there moving that little mop or whatever you want to call it, and I ain't slipped no more. Thank God. All right, now let me get back into this thing. I hate a lot of times I tell somebody in my crew, hey, yo, you know, don't do this or do that. And if they keep doing it their way, as soon as it works, guess what they say? See? I hate that. Yo, if you right 20% of the time, don't say C to me. Don't say C. Because this crew, I just tripped over this, but it's a prime example that you can do everything wrong and it'll still work sometimes. It's the law of averages. So even though we knew exactly what they was doing, even though we totally dominated this game, they still was scoring sometimes. I mean, even when we knew the pass was coming, sometimes we couldn't stop it. Watch this one guy wearing Timberland boots. Y'all see the guy with the weak Timberland boots on his feet? Tell me that's not Tim's. I know Tim's when I see Tim's. Those are Tim's. That's part of the problem. How you gonna come to the court in boots? Come on, dog. Take life more serious. But at any rate, this game is about over. I'm trying to make sure I've said everything I want to say. And I want to give kudos to this crew. I'm giving them a hard time. I'm talking trash on them. But to be honest, they got a lot of respect from me and my guys. I tell my crew all the time, our motto, so to speak. Dwight, who just hated on me with that? That was Dwight. Don't do that, dog. Let me throw this alley-oop. The game's over. Don't be a hero. No, don't do that. But anyway, I tell my crew all the time, I would rather win like a man than lose like a girl. No, wait, I messed that all up. Scratch that, let me go back. I would rather lose like a man than win like a girl. And by that I mean, I got my code of conduct. I'm not going to do something that I feel is a tad bit feminine to get the victory. I'd rather lose with slacks on than win with the skirt on. And to me, these guys right here, they took a loss. They actually took a beat down, but nobody on their crew was hacked. No mods. The one guy did try to work that pump fake thing, but it didn't work very well. So I mean, kudos to these guys. They took the loss, but they could have easily came out here with 8'5" hacks and just, you know, threw the skirt on. So I want to say that I try not to come out here and bash the crews that play straight up. And really, even though they got beat really bad, it wasn't because they was legit. It was because they never adapted. They never got a different game plan. So I got a little bit of time before the video ends. I really want to say this. If you got a crew and you're playing a team that's really easy to beat, instead of doing what you always do, when you know you got an easy win, try different things. Try to run some plays, try to post, try to make sure that your crew is not one-dimensional. Because if you only got one thing you like to do, the better crews are going to download that. And then you're going to be looking at 63-28 ass whooping. So, as usual, folks, that's all I got for this video. Please don't rely on the YouTube sub boxes. They don't work. Stop by my channel. You're on your computer anyway. Y'all know you be on YouTube, World Star, whatever. You know you're doing that. So, since you're on the computer anyway, stop by K.Spade channel. Stop by Game Face Studios channel. Stop by Machinima Sports channel. See what K.Spade has up new, because I'm pounding videos out. And that's all I got, so I will catch you on the next video, man. Peace.